right, hello everyone.
Hello.
We are back on the final this time. I swear, it's got to be the final day of episode 5 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, despite the fact that I'm pretty sure I opened the same way last time, thinking it was the last one.
Yeah. We were surprised by that to be continued.
Yeah, well, I still don't understand. How do you have a trial former and a trial ladder and then a trial ladder 2? One of those should be a trial mid.
Right. So like a trial ladder, the second, the reckoning. I don't know.
Yeah.
The revenge.
Trial ladder 2, electric boogaloo. Yeah, I don't understand it. So basically, last time what we got was that we're trying to trap Gant into being the murderer, basically. Because Lana's whole thing is that she's been following Gant's orders because he's been blackmailing her, which we now know he's been blackmailing her because Emma stabbed... Well, she didn't stab him. She pushed him so that he got stabbed.
Yeah.
She murdered Jake Marshall, not Jake, Neil Marshall on accident. Jake's still alive, I promise. 2 years ago.
Not after this, apparently.
Yeah. So basically, she's been following orders. All of a sudden, she got a text message that said that, you know, there was going to be a body in Edgeworth's trunk, and she needed to take care of it.
Yeah.
So her whole thing is that she's been set up. We are trying to figure out, okay, well then who has she been set up by? We're pretty sure it's Damon Gant, who's the chief of police, and just a pretty much scumbag.
Really shitty.
Yeah, very shitty. And yeah, so now we're going to put Lana on the stand.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So, and like Gant was like fucking threatening our witness.
Threatened.
Yeah, he basically threatened a lot. And we just sat there and let it happen. So, let's see what we and Edgeworth can do.
And nobody questioned.
Yeah. Look, this legal system's all a little bit weird.
Yeah. February 20th.
I just tried to start reading it. I haven't been Phoenix in how long?
February 25th, 2:21 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9.
Alright. Do this.
Oh, I forgot to put myself in mod view on Twitch. Hold on.
Now. Well, I guess we can get started. Now then. Will the defendant, Miss Lana Skye, please take the stand? I don't know why it thinks I now have a headset on my PS4. I don't.
Hashtag you tried. Miss Lana Skye, you are the chief prosecutor.
Oh, you're not even gonna ask this time?
No, I'm not going to, because every time I ask for people's name, you don't give me your name, so I'm gonna say your name. Anyway, I'm not salty. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you.
But, Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Skye. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth, unlike the bullshit that I keep letting into this goddamn courtroom. Of course.
Please do not be intimidated by your boss.
The truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
What?
Apparently that was
change.
I love having this nice monologue with myself.
Not be related.
Isn't it nice?
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we get. You're the only chance we have to get Gant.
Lana, you're our only hope.
Do it.
All right,
Do
Gant
it.
and the fabrication. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago, all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dart convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Something seems suspicious there, but okay.
Okay, honey.
Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana! If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
But what if she's telling the truth?
She's not.
Goddamn.
I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
this is no time to start second guessing myself.
The defense may now begin its cross-examination. All right,
messed up.
let's start pressing. I worked alongside Gant for years.
How many years exactly?
Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then. So that would be 5 years. How did you become...
What?
How do you become senior detective in 5 years? At the age of 24!
With a good attitude.
Detective Gant and Chief Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases.
She must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia.
Damon Gant was a respectable detective. That's why there's no truth to this blackmail theory.
But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail.
You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And
Technically true.
I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago, all by myself.
I don't think so.
Okay, but you stabbed him after he was dead, so is it really murder? Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really hold on. Just want to do a comment. I really think that it's lawyeros. They all get their badges in a fucking cereal box because that's how a 24 goes. Like the police too. They're all getting their badges in cereal boxes. I don't
Seriously.
understand.
Your rank is just the, one you managed to pull out of the cereal box.
Mhm.
Good old heroes.
Did you do so to help your sister?
Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life.
But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything.
That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana! So, that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago? When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene.
You say you did this all by yourself?
Yes.
Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? Besides a hot mess.
It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body.
What?
Well, that contradicts what we figured out yesterday.
Exactly, like...
But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident.
That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement.
So you mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Is that what you're saying?
Something like that.
Okay, but how? How? Okay. Okay, well, if that's so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife.
Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies.
All just to protect me. So, when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body.
You planted the tip of...
And then you moved the body?
Wait, what? This don't make no sense, girl. But why? Why would you do that?
You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
Is that a compliment?
My head isn't that bad, but maybe I have to ask for the sake of others.
Alright, why did you plant the knife, or why did you move the body?
Why'd you move the body?
Oh. Yeah, why would you do that, I guess?
When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body?
It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk.
But, the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Guy moved the body. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. I don't know what the hell I mean by that.
Nobody knows.
Pieces of the jar? You mean...
Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body.
So... When you first found the body, the jar was already...
Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. That's a little odd. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened.
No, not really, but okay.
Neil Marshall was dead, and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle. I see.
I don't
What's
buy
the
it,
matter,
Your Honor.
Anna?
Apparently, the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
There must be a contradiction here somewhere.
Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone. Okay. Let's see what the notes on the jar say.
But it literally doesn't make sense. Like, I get that, like, she didn't want people to know what happened to her sister, but, like, also, like, it was a complete accident, and I feel like people would have moved on. You know?
Okay. So obviously the contradiction here is that Emma's written on the surface in blood, but someone had to bleed in order to write Emma's name on it in blood. And if it was shattered during the altercation, you can't write it on a broken jar and have it all over the different pieces. Or if you do, you are very good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
I wholeheartedly
Maybe
agree.
it's like, you know, there's I don't know if you watch them, like the videos on Instagram where people take like pennies and stuff and they all of a sudden arrange it and somehow it makes a person. I have no idea how you can even start conceptualizing that.
Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention the significant contradiction within your testimony.
Wow, that was a really long way to say this is bullshit. A contradiction.
Yeah, you could have just said that.
In my testimony.
You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan."
That's right. Do you have a problem with that?
Yes. Hold your pants. Like, I'm getting there.
Okay.
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on the jar in the victim's blood.
Yes. The prosecutor must have written it in his final moments.
Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died.
Ah.
Thank you.
He couldn't have written Emma's name on the shattered jar.
Well, shit.
Order! Order!
Gotti. Okay. Your Honor, it would appear... ... Sorry, I like to be very dramatic. More information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. Maybe it was just the 3, I don't know. We may be missing something critical here. And not just the shape of the blue badger.
Something critical?
Yes. Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are. That's why you can't BS a simple story about the truth towards which we're headed.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw, please. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth, just like this jar.
Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony.
Oh no,
Alright.
she angry at me.
Number 2. Jar and message in blood. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You did a shitty job at that.
Mm-hmm.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Uh-huh.
Dance. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar.
So the jar was already broken.
It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case.
Okay.
Burn.
But not as feeble as the judge's judgment.
Fuck you!
Sorry. Sorry, I can't. Good. Anyway, you are an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe? ... You didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces?
Normally I would have. But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my dog to go outside. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar?
No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust.
I can't read from here, but sketchy, not good. Well, that helps my case.
Lana, you'd do that for me?
Hell yeah.
It seems you two might make up yet.
Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was.
If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. Did a sloppy job.
I was.
Sloppy job.
I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking. I'm glad I had to interject that. To be safe, I wiped away the blood.
I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened.
What do you mean?
If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood.
What else could I have done in that situation? Lana? I only had a few moments. Call the police? She was the police.
Damn it! You're right.
There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. The fragments were large.
To call the police, but you are the police.
Yeah. So I'm sure I got them all. Obviously you didn't because there was one that wasn't there.
Got away.
How could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office.
A detective is always prepared, Miss Wright. Do you have glue in your bag too? Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss anything. I got every last piece. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. I'm pretty sure the contradiction is that she obviously did not get them all. Because the final fragment was found in the safe.
Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals the truth even you were unaware of.
What?
We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe.
In the chief's safe? But how?
I knew it. She really didn't know.
Has she been asleep for the last, 2 days of trial?
Yes. It was a long trial. Let's be honest.
There's something
Let's be
even more
real.
disturbing about the final piece. There was still blood on it.
But The witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them.
Yes, which leaves us only with one explanation. On the night that Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you.
Well, fuck. But couldn't the defendant simply have missed a piece?
I'm afraid that's unlikely. Pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective.
That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted a day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Your Honor, what the fuck? I mean, have you forgotten, Your Honor? Besides your dentures, have you forgotten when this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken?
Oh,
So she claims.
that.
Yeah, there's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. So, another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
I hope you're not implying this
Oh,
person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar?
because it looks ugly.
The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide the fact for 2 years?
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that?
No. No.
Wow.
Sorry,
Your
I have
Honor.
suddenly forgotten where my dentures are again. Wait, I'm not the one on trial here.
Not yet. Anyway, Dan arrived at the crime scene. This we know now. Pretty sure. So, prior to the witness, yes. He proceeded to break the jar and purposefully hid one of the broken pieces. Question. What is this action called?
Do you think you're a fucking
Vandalism?
professor now?
Fabrication of evidence.
But why would Chief Gant do that?
Because, in light of what happened afterwards, isn't that clear?
What happened afterwards?
Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister, Emma, killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Wow, that's still a very weird scene. Alright, lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And therein lies the Thank you. Thank you. You may all clap now. Thank you. The reason why Miss Skye became the chief's puppet. Oh, nailed it.
No! I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Forget the fact that I am currently hiring him.
Wow, girl.
Wow, lies.
Wow.
Imagine that coming from my own client.
I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth.
What?
Wait a minute.
Your Honor.
Phoenix sus.
Your Honor. Come on, man.
What
Phoenix
if-
sus. He's very sus.
We're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
A lot of things are wrong.
Lana may be right after all.
Eh? What do you mean? Right.
So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright?
Emma, you're not helping.
Miss Sky, please testify once more.
But
If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
but I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. I mean, just because she knocked him over doesn't mean she killed him.
True, that's true. Miss Sky, if you will.
I can't.
Drink your apple juice, Emma. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. The Gant's not here. The Gant's not real. He can't hurt you. Hello? Oh no, did I freeze?
Oh no.
Ah! There's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
Oh, yep, you
Oh,
must have
God, I
frozen.
said that. I did? Oh no! Oh, the cross-examination may not change a thing. Wow, thanks, guys.
We're back.
We're
Yeah.
better than ever. Alright. This cross-examination may not change a thing. I hope that this has stopped being
Nope, you're
idiot.
still
It hasn't.
We're on a new line.
Still. We're on a new line. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Someone take over for me for 2 seconds.
However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth.
Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. All right. The witness may testify once more for the final time. That's what you think, Your Honor. All right, actual crime scene.
4th time's the charm.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all of the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Sure.
You did not give me literally anything I could work with during that. Unbelievable.
She's doing her darndest.
The body was impaled on the armorer's sword?
Are we still having problems?
What's God? Wait, did y'all freeze again? No.
Well, we haven't
Hold on.
frozen. I think you froze.
Oh, they gone. If you're the only one who saw that, if you had proof, only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof.
Shit.
Nani?
I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. The evidence law textbook?
The picture book?
What? To me?
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I entered it. I thought it might be needed.
But I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. Alright.
If it magically shows up, I'm gonna scream. It's P.O. Chan.
P.O.
Oh my god.
Well,
Ew. Hi, there's a picture in here.
God damn it. Why?
why is there an
Oh.
entire part of his vest torn off? Oh,
Yeah.
oh my. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this, because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest! Could that be?
The cloth we found inside Chief Gamp's safe. That's what she has. That okay, alright. What's this?
Yeah, except for it has Emma's fingerprints on it. This is a handprint, isn't it?
Oh god.
That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whosever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
Nope, shut up. Why put those fingerprints?
Low girl! We're trying to help you.
Stop it. They're yours, Emma.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
We don't want to say it. We don't want to tell the truth. Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. I'm totally oblivious to whatever the hell's happening with Emma. So, so long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Very well. The
I'm
defense
just flashing my winning smile.
may now begin its cross-examination. All right. Well, fuck. When I arrived, I
I like
found
where this is going.
Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the... Oh, hey, look!
God damn it. This bitch.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. I thought
I
you
forgot.
were at lunch.
I forgot I'm Gant. Come now, G. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen.
Chief Gant.
What? Now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. Can't wait for the judge to be like, oh yeah, let's sorry.
No, you're good. Objection. I'm afraid it's too late for that. Go have lunch, like you told us to.
What?
I'm sorry, just the way
I
you
don't
said
want
that.
you here.
You're welcome.
You already declined to testify. So shoot. We don't want your kind here. Bye. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. Go on now. Go on. Bye.
Bye-bye now. This must
Bye-bye
be that
now.
risk we were talking about earlier.
Just sit back and relax. Get up, bitch. Please and thank you. And enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Slowly but surely.
Oh shit, I forgot about him.
Oh, I have no idea how to make that sound. I couldn't have said it any better myself. So what? You think I'm fucking worried? Okay. Sorry to disappoint you. But I don't need to make any statements. You're still making statements like you're just speaking. Like,
go back to lunch. Oh my god.
You having issues again?
I really do feel for anybody, for this, whoever's stuck with this man, if they're married to him. Like, damn. I'm so sorry for y'all.
I don't think he's
What
married.
do you mean?
the evidence will do all the talking for me. What evidence? Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. You're not in part of this trial.
Yes.
That's not how this...
That's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
He's holding evidence! Yeah, lawyers are not allowed to blatantly threaten people in court. Neither are the police. That's illegal. Except for apparently not here.
I'm scared, yo.
Yeah.
No, I don't, but someone does.
Someone?
Vague as hell. So, what's your excuse, Rido? Shit. Oh no, he's calling us out on that. Oh,
Yeah.
why haven't you been keeping? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? Because it's bad. It's bad. We don't have to talk about it. You do have something to show us, right? Good. Something that. Wow. Okay. Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death.
I don't like this.
Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt.
I'm gonna say bullshit on the fact that it's conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. But is this true, Mr. Wright? I just had a stroke right there.
We all did. It's fine.
If I show that piece of evidence now. But, okay, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Okay, but like, literally, that's nothing new.
Yeah. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. Oh, what's new? Edgeworth is there too, so...
So say the Board of Inquiries must be very busy in this world. What do I do now? Do I lie? Do I throw Emma under the bus? What do I do? I better...
Lie.
Oh, excuse me. I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? Yeah. The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall?
Do we want to show the evidence or not?
I think we should, because why does Chief Gant have it? But also, like, it doesn't show without a doubt. It just shows that, like, she touched him.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right.
All.
Well, let's show the evidence.
Yes, Your Honor, I do have further evidence.
All right. The time's finally come to show it to them. Those prints have
Emma,
got
don't-
to be the Chief's. Yeah. Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Oh, Emma.
I think we're all a little obsessed with how, like, concrete this evidence is, and I feel like we need to just take a step back.
It's a piece of leather cloth.
What? Whose fingerprints it is?
Yes, it was most likely cut from the victim's vest near his chest. Why was it cut, though?
Yeah.
Because reasons.
You still on a lag?
Yeah. I've no idea why, and I've been trying to fix it. That's why I've been doing that thing. Anyway, what is... I know I'm very dramatic. Does it belong to Emma? There's a big handprint on it. Oh, big. So, wait. Big hands. Never mind.
Really?
I don't
It
know.
must have been
There are
left on the cloth.
children with big hands than me.
Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword.
What? Whose fingerprints are on this?
I'm sure Rido has checked, haven't you?
Well, whose are they?
It's a lie, Your Honor. It's
They're
a lie.
mine.
It's a goddamn...
They're Miss Skies. Miss Emma Skies.
What? They're mine? So,
That's why I told you to shut up.
I really did do it.
Shut up. See? I told you it was conclusive. No. But this was found in your second. That means it's possible you forged it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any cloth in my safe. You put it there, obviously. Do you really expect me to believe that? But
I mean, we can get Detective Gumshoe on the stand and be like, hey, he was there.
yeah, right.
Are we gonna blame him for murder, though?
I mean, no, he's gonna testify
up,
that he was there.
Oh, okay. I like the way you think. Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over.
I believe there was a
Just
in there.
Tell them the truth. You right. You should have presented that like 500 years ago. By presenting that evidence. ... You tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death.
But what else are we supposed to do? No.
Cry in the corner.
It appears we have our killer.
No. No. No.
Nick, you doing okay, man?
No.
What if when she was fainted
And
and
on that point,
put her hand on the... Okay.
So apparently we lost.
No.
So
We got our
apparently
first
telling
game
the
over.
truth was the wrong thing.
Alright, well, we are... You guys can talk over this, because I'm going to have to rush through this trial to get us caught back up.
Damn it, I thought telling the truth would be right.
Hopefully I remember what is going on.
I mean,
let me see if I can...
it was the
nope.
truth, though.
Blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
So apparently we're not supposed to present that evidence.
Nope.
I wish they would have told me that that was a...
What?
Then
how do we win the game?
apparently by playing dirty.
I mean, to be fair,
Well,
everyone else has so
okay.
far, so,
Yeah, that's true. Well, I just... I don't know why they've decided that that's like the be-all end-all evidence, you know? Like, okay, maybe it doesn't prove intent, you know? It just proves that she touched him, and if she happened to have touched him, excuse me, and he fell back into the sword, that's different than if she were to have pushed him into the sword on purpose.
Yep.
It's all circumstantial and would fall apart in a real court of law.
So, yeah, like I thought what was gonna happen is we present the thing, but somehow we prove that while Emma was unconscious, somehow Damon Gant picked her up, put her hand on the cloth of the man on the sword, and then put her back down so that her fingerprints would be on his shirt, right? And then he just leaves.
To be fair, like, as far as I know, the only cloth that will take fingerprints is leather, and you have to, like, really press in. So it like, obviously, if she was unconscious, I don't know that he could have put her fingerprints on it.
Really? I mean, like, he's a strong-looking man. Like, he could pick her up and forge stuff, I would think. He's good at forging things.
We got pretty damn far in this trial.
Yeah, but like, what do y'all think? Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. I'm probably very, very wrong right now.
I mean, I vaguely remember how this trial ends, so I will not spoil it.
Damn it.
Blah, 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 blah.
What if we
that'd probably be something that pops up that we ask Gant how Gant knows about the evidence. That probably is it. That could be. That would have been a way to be like, hey, so how do you know I had this?
Yeah.
If it wasn't in here.
Yeah. Do you have any proof?
You got so
Yeah,
fucking far.
I know. If he's not willing to say that it was in his safe, then how does he know we have it?
Yeah.
And also, he can't press us on it then.
I'll say, I guess that's where we can get away with lying about it and not putting it into the court record.
Well, that and evidence law, remember? Because rule number 2 of evidence law is that we have to have proof that it's relevant to the case. We don't technically know that it's relevant to the case. It's very likely to be be relevant to the case.
Right.
We have certainly presented things that are less relevant to the case.
That's true. That's true.
It was Meekins all
Sitting there going, yeah, it's the blue badger.
Can't be Meekins. It's the blue badger. I called it. I'm so smart, you guys.
Blue badger just went on a murder spree before he was even created.
I believe it. Damn. I'm so proud. Oh, that's really far.
I know. Da 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 da. Oops. Wrong thing. Hi, this is my attorney's badge.
I knew it. Your attorney's badge killed Detective Marshall. Called it.
I know that we're trying to prove a motive for the murder of Goodman. Like, I feel like we're wasting so much of this 3-day court time.
Talking about a case that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, about a case that's not even what we're on trial for. And I feel like it's relevant, but at the same time, like, y'all.
Yeah, I feel like we
It's
needed
not what
6
we're trying
days
to do.
because
We just
we're
need
technically
to
going to close out 2 cases. Granted, one
Yeah.
of them I believe is outside
At
of
the same time.
statute of limitations at this point, but
Yeah.
although it hasn't been 15 years, so I'm not entirely sure why it's being closed.
I don't know.
Because we already know statute of limitations is 15 years because of Turnabout Goodbyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah, blah.
So
Okay.
it's still open. Oh.
Okay, we got there. We're
We're
there.
finally there!
We did it, y'all.
Alright.
Not the fuck up.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't show the evidence.
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie!
Chief
No, we
Gant?
don't.
You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence.
Yeah, well, we've already been on that timeline where we said that we'd done it, and we decided that was not the timeline we wanted to be on.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Wright,
What a bluff.
why don't you show them?
Shut up,
We found
shut
it
up.
together.
No.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you?
No, we don't.
You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it.
Slam. What are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture.
Look at this photograph. It's not funny.
See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area?
It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. Weird fucking styles 2 years ago.
Right. That's a weird fashion statement you got there, but you mean you had this in your safe? That's
What?
Kind of weird.
That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Oh, he's already wearing an orange jumpsuit. Impressive.
Right.
To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, righto. I just didn't tell the full truth.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
What?
Oh god.
You mean you admit to it?
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her.
What a piece of shit.
You piece of shit.
I knew.
Scientifically speaking.
I knew.
There's nothing scientific about it. It's the truth, okay? It's the truth.
I knew Lana. If I made it look like her, like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid.
So you assisted Miss Sky?
I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room.
And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted?
Yes, Edgeworth, you can move on from that. We know that you were manipulated.
No, I don't want to.
No, I think you're right. You would think that blatant witness intimidation the other day would be proof enough that he's manipulating Lana. Like, really, it's just we have to like make this crystal clear
Mm-hmm.
that he's a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Scientifically
Neat.
speaking.
When I tampered with the crime scene, I had two pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. Wow. But what a quick thinker. 2 pieces of evidence. You mean those items in your safe?
But why?
For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean
My words were blended together.
you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
Yep. What do you take me for? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. Sorry. See this jar fragment? I hit the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. Why does it say Emma though?
Objection! But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on the jar too?
Oh, Reggie's a step ahead of me here.
I'm so smart. Oh my god.
Oh. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they?
I don't. Except after this. Yeah.
That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth?
Come on, Righto. Cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you
We
waiting
ain't
for,
gonna do
Mr.
shit.
Wright?
Not this.
So you admit to it, then, Chief Gant. That you were hiding the cloth you cut from the victim's vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
But you are a murderer now, so what's the difference?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late.
No, we did, and we know what happened.
It's been a long battle. The moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Oh shit.
I mean, we've now... Okay, number one, we're not going to be stupid again.
Yes,
Right.
Save.
Save.
So I think that we have to show it now because the 2 pieces of evidence law are now in effect. The chief of police, or the police department, has approved of it because he's the chief of police, and we've now established that it's relevant. I don't think we can not show it.
Well, okay, like I guess what would the benefit be of not showing it? I can't really think of anything.
No, especially since now even Edgeworth knows.
Yeah, and I think that just gets us in trouble.
Yeah.
So I think we should show it.
At least we saved.
Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now.
Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
Can we show something else besides the cloth? I don't think that'll work. The photo!
Yeah. Yeah, because we don't actually have anything that ties him to it.
Other than the fact that he's been sitting on evidence
Yeah.
for 2 years.
Which is a
only
crime
to
still.
manipulate. Yeah, that's a no-no.
Alright, we're gonna present it, hopefully.
And
we
not
did save.
cry.
Yeah, we did save, so.
Let me verify this once more. Oops, shit. Don't press buttons that you don't mean to press. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh, yes. At last, you finally brought it out into the open.
There's a handprint on this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. Like right now. This handprint on the leather. Dot, dot, dot. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean...
Yes. It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. I hope it doesn't belong to a small child.
I'd
That
like
would
to
suck.
point out that, like, Edgeworth is having this sent to an entire lab. We've been using the fingerprinting powder. I guess that the fingerprinting powder we at least got from Gumshoe. Luminol we might have gotten from a 7th grade science kit.
True.
You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy.
Nani. What?
Think about it. Rido had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
'Cause he touched it? Ow. You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Oh,
Lie.
very well. I'll tell you.
Chief Get.
Should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted.
Obviously,
person
Nick
whom
has
these
a plan.
fingerprints belong to is...
Chief Get. Let's frame him. Damn it.
Emma? Emma Sky? That's like such an easy thing to double check. Again, we managed to do it in 2 seconds with a bunch of fingerprinting powder.
Yeah, like out in the field. Like if you're gonna actually send it to a lab, maybe we should do that.
What? They're mine?
Maybe.
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you
know.
tell me?
Your hand.
Because reasons.
For this precise reason, you're yelling at me. Oh,
Wanna be yelled at.
I don't like being yelled at, so I lied to you. You're really something, Rido. I've done this, these words before.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Emma because we ran over to Emma.
I know.
And I was like, it's not my turn to talk.
It
You,
is
this
now.
girl did it all along. And you still tried to pin the murder on me.
So it's
Yeah,
true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. Hold it! How could you? You monster!
Who's the monster?
Miss Sky, you knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't.
This guy. It's not over yet.
What? You better keep fucking talking.
Yeah, no, he definitely did kind of already confess.
Yeah.
I said this trial isn't over yet. But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, I'm gonna guess your career too. I gotta itch my elbow.
Yeah.
But your career too.
You're vibing with
Wow,
Gant right now.
You have become him.
Oh no, that's the worst, most disrespectful thing I've heard all day. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense.
Look who's talking! Oh my god, the hypocrisy! Anyway, I can talk.
I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted.
Shut up, you murdered a guy!
Your badge, boy.
You can't have my badge if you're in jail!
Pat got your tongue.
Actually,
Aren't you going to
look more
tell
like an
us
owl.
how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? I like that he's just standing there, not saying anything. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. That's true. He could get another career cereal box and try something else.
He could
Oh.
manufacture lawyer O's. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he could just get another lawyer rose and just move somewhere else.
Exactly.
Or take over that noodle shop.
That's true.
Oh my god, I forgot about our
From the
noodle shop.
murderer.
Yeah.
And what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What?
She can't. You're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Emma Skye, wasn't it? I sort of stayed awake for this.
No. I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
It does?
What? A contradiction? I don't know why that was the voice, but that's where we were going with that.
I love it.
It sounded like a distraught chicken, and I very much appreciate that.
Honestly, that's the vibe. That's the vibe I want.
I mean, he's even got like the little, I don't know what that's called, but the thing on top of chickens' heads.
Yeah,
Like that red thing.
Yes, that thing.
I always refer I always refer to it as like the cockatiel, because like when they do the little feather poof up like that. So
I think it's called a crest.
I've always
crest.
kind of wanted to touch it because it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's soft, but it doesn't look like it. I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure, much like most birds, if that man were to bite your finger, he'd break your bone.
I mean, also his nose is huge. That's his beak, pretty sure.
Oh, man. What is this foul babbling about?
You as a
comb.
chicken?
It's called the comb. Thank you.
Oh.
Somebody knows. It's not a... Yeah, no, why would we all have phones and just look them up ourselves?
Details.
I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves...
Sorry, my TV was doing weird things. I hit a button.
Okay. Like, I promise it's not me.
No.
Who the real killer is.
Is you, bitch?
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict?
Your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. I like
My
that,
attorney's
they
badge.
assume we know.
Right.
I don't fucking know. Do we know?
Let's see.
I mean, we haven't used this piece of evidence yet.
I mean, I don't think that's it, though. I don't know. I mean, we're gonna lose some points if we get it
Wait,
wrong.
wait, it is.
It is?
Why
It
is that piece of cloth not bloody?
Right.
Oh shit.
If he was
Oh,
stabbed through,
shit.
that should have blood on it.
It should. Like in the back, right? Of the
You got
cloth.
the brain cell
I mean, it should
today.
be on the front of the cloth because look at where the tassel has blood on it.
Yes.
So therefore, the rest of it should have blood on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I see where you're coming from. I agree.
Yes.
I literally can't think of anything else that would be the evidence. And what exactly is this supposed to be?
A
I
picture.
feel like we've talked about this, but yeah.
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where that piece of his vest was cut off?
Yes. His shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. You know, that's a normal thing that happens to totally
Yeah.
fine people. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait,
Not bloody.
there's no blood on it.
Thank you for having the brain cell.
I will provide.
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense.
No, it ain't.
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
I'd like to point out that Emma somehow still managed to knock out 2 grown men.
That's pretty impressive. We've been talking about this, and I will say it again: 14-year-old girls, terrifying.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she
They're
just passed out
dangerous.
herself.
Yeah.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been?
Adrenaline rush.
Who could it have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky? Picked up the
Santa.
unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor sword.
This
But why
is
would
a
you do
very
that, though?
fucked up Christmas wish, is all I have to say.
Oh, I do love how you make that sound.
Kanagahan. Yes. Kanagahan to you too, Chief Gant. Then to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death. ... Said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood.
Ooh, hold on, that's a good point. 14-year-olds, or 14 is the average age of magical girls. Yeah, that's, yeah.
True.
Yes,
Ooh,
valid. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. Oh, I feel so proud of myself right now, you guys. And make Lana believe her sister did it.
Edgeworth, calm the fuck down. I figured it out.
Remember
Well, I
what you
figured it
admitted,
out too.
only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? You remember that bit? You remember? You just said it. Ironic. I'm gonna... through the very act of creating insurance. Sorry. I couldn't read for a minute. You proved that you were the actual murderer. No! It's finally all over. Thank God.
Hell yeah.
That sweet, sweet relief. Oh, who's screaming objection?
Jack.
Oh, Lord. This guy.
Oh god, this. He looks so woo right now, and it's kind of scary. Look how woo he looks. He's like, no, I don't want to be a mojo and go to jail. But you are.
Oh, that was close right out. You almost had me.
I don't know, you're still sweating.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations, naturally.
Can't do that, bitch.
What do you mean you refute his allegations?
You see that piece of cloth is illegal evidence.
But it's not, because I thought about evidence law. Fuck you.
It's illegal. It's illegal.
Order. What nonsense is this?
I hate this bitch.
Complete and utter nonsense. That's what this nonsense is. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. But you're not on trial, though.
Yeah, you're not on trial.
Remember, Udgy? So when I first read that through, I almost said "remember ugly," and I just
Not
needed
quite the
everyone to
favor
know
that he was trying to curry with the judge, I think.
No, we've 100% gotten his confession to the crime on record already. He's already, like, homeboy is not hiding the fact that he has done something.
No.
And
Yeah,
we
he
just
just
keep dancing
screamed
around the
no.
point. Earlier, old Rhino here concealed that piece of cloth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Sam. So then, what's your excuse, Rhino?
It wasn't the right time. It wasn't dramatic
you have
enough.
some conclusive evidence, don't you?
We didn't know if it was relevant to the case.
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present. Sorry.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. Actually, we didn't, and then you convicted Lana, so
Yeah.
we had to go back.
Well, this is the actual way things are supposed to go. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair!
Stretch though. Oh, yeah. The piece must be in court.
Yes.
Oh, it looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
Hashtag
Wow.
fuck you. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
I call bullshit, but true. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. I hate saying this right now. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Uh-oh. It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
You know, you could have revealed it to the player a lot earlier than this. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? I did fucking not.
I did not, bitch.
Hold on. This is amazing. Your Honor, I have seen the alternate timeline, and I definitely cannot present the evidence at that point in time.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
Yes.
I admit I
10 out of
refused to
10.
present it at one point. Keep your pants on, I'm still talking. Ah, so the evidence is illegal!
No.
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Keep your pants on. Just a second. We're getting there. Huh? It's not that I didn't present the evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
I played the alternate timeline and it worked out bad. There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. Ooh, we trapped him. We trapping him. Ooh, no, and you don't listen to his lies.
Oh, he's breaking, y'all.
He was nothing but a coward and something else. Hold on, it's catching up. You can't really believe. There we go. The stream caught up on my computer so I can finish.
I'm very proud of you. There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well.
Legal
And-
or illegal?
Let us settle
Is
this once and for all.
What
Earlier.
color is this dress?
You refuse to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
Yeah, like the cute kid book.
Hi, this is Evidence Law for Dummies. I was supposed to buy this in law school and forgot.
This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law for babies.
For me,
What's this?
for toddlers.
Infant's Guide to Evidence Law. I've done my homework too, Chief.
He went to Weenie Hut Junior's law school.
I mean, to be fair, we know that it has one page on it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got 2 rules. That's why it's easy to follow. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. At that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth and nothing more.
Take that.
No, it's my turn. What? You see it's written right here in this book, the second rule of evidence law.
In your face, bitch. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
I found this
And you
piece of
just
evidence myself inside your safe.
You doing okay?
It goes to the thing. Legal. Sorry. It goes to the thing. It does not have approval from the police department.
Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. I like reading words.
And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What kind of nonsense is this?
Evidence law.
You really want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall when that picture was presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago.
Oh.
He's right. He's Mr. Right, not Mr. Wrong right now. At the beginning of today's trial.
Only just right now, though.
Yes. Just right. Just right now. I'll give him some credit. That piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
Wah, 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 wah. You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
We verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yes. I did it. Guilty McGilterson.
Ooh.
No!
Congratulations, you just played yourself. Anyway. It was then that you approved this clause. Guess who you are? The chief at police. That's conclusive evidence. Isn't that great? Oh, the irony. I love this. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this clause. How does it feel, bitch? How does it feel?
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Yeah. Damon Gant, the killer, was you.
Oh.
I don't like this.
Oh, what the heck? Whoa.
Oh,
That's a
Someone
lot.
stop him, please!
I think he's going insane. Holy shit.
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. Oh, Lord. We on dark side? Oh, shit. We turned into Detective Marshall. That good for nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, and yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, you did kill his brother.
Yeah. Wow. Now, first of all, Chief Gant, may I say that it was an extremely long laugh, and I'm impressed. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty.
He wanted to reinvestigate. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. Sorry, that was... Something shifted behind me, and I was like, oh my god, is it a cat? Nope, don't know what it is.
Is it Gant?
It's Gant, he's coming for me. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my... Oh, wait, I am Marshall, aren't I?
You are Marshall.
I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth.
Yeehaw.
Please, you've got to help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. And he wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room.
And killed him.
And then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. I almost went for Elmo there, but then I realized then Elmo would be dead, and I gotta bring him back at some point whenever we have just random policemen. Detective Elmo will live on.
Thank you, Detective Elmo.
He opened his evidence locker and he was taking evidence out, and he said,
It's not too late. I'm going to hand all of this over to Marshall.
well, to be honest, I was a little taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it, the accursed knife.
And then you stabbed him.
Ran into my knife.
Ran into my knife 10 times.
Just once, and then I shoved him into Edgeworth's trunk.
Good times.
I couldn't just pull it out.
Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I don't know. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car? Really? Really?
I'm sorry. I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke
Get an
your
Uber.
trunk,
I don't know.
but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. You're the chief of police!
Bruh.
Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this? Well, she has had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. Not really.
No. So, you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker?
I felt bad for having to deal with. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments and the glove. Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer.
Yeah, bitch. You could have just not killed a man, but...
They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They really do their jobs well, much to my dismay.
Is that a compliment? Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that, being chief of police and all.
Tell me, Worthy.
Edgeworth, I don't know that I'd say that, considering you presented fake evidence.
No, shut up. It was a long time ago. Anyway.
Why do you stand in court?
Because there's a crime? Me? Me? Moi?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me were the same. How dare you?
No, we're not. Don't compare me to you, bitch.
One day, you'll understand.
I won't.
Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
Is this
Well, that's
some
nice
weird
and harrowing.
shadow? Okay.
Well, it looks like it's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, Udgy.
What?
Sorry. I don't think you can pull this, or that we can rule together supervillain BS in court. Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
That's not really in a court of law kind of defense. Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry,
Oh
old
man.
You committed a murder, man.
friend. Murderer.
I didn't want to eat lunch with a murderer anyway.
I'm sorry too, Damon Gant.
I don't know why I thought that was me. I'm sorry.
I knew you as you used to be, long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Hasn't been for like
I
a
think
while,
you've been.
but you know.
The quiet squeak, the squeaky toy in the background. Those days are gone now, Ajit. Thanks for all the memories, though. Finn, don't eat stuffing. Hold on. Finn, he likes to like gut his toys. Oh, you can definitely get the squeaker out of this. I gotta pull it out before he does.
For anyone who is
don't worry.
confused about what's going on, Finn is a dog.
Finn is my son, and I don't want him to eat the squeaker.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. He's helping me. Now you have Rido here. And Worthy.
Thank you.
With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious something or other and laughter.
The melodious sounds of a new beginning. I did read that one.
Close enough.
There are two things I want you to understand.
Yes.
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Guy, wow, the lag is really strong. My computer is just catching up with the melodious line. You no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence, up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Guy, I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
My. What high standards you have for a rookie.
Damn.
Excuse me?
I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you might just make it to the top. She smiles!
Aww. She's cute.
Aww.
I mean, she was cute before, but you know.
She has a cute smile. Ooh.
I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Guy.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
More.
You've suffered
Thank you.
every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It's not like I liked you or anything, Baka. I mean, it was nothing.
Liar. Whisper. Okay, if I say anything in the chat right now, it's my cat. Krista, please get down. Oh, wait, what are you opening? No, don't print stuff. Holy shit. Hold on. Okay.
What? Wait, what?
I don't know what he pressed, but the print button opened. Sorry.
You good?
Yeah, we're good. We're fine. We're fine.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory, because hell knows he needed a guide.
Yeah, the homeboy needs a lot of help. No,
You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
You hear that, y'all? I did well. I mean, stop it. I only did my job. Oh, girl, come on, please. Keep going.
In light of this case, it seems good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky? Yes, Your Honor? You are innocent of murder. However,
Oh.
although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains.
Damn. That's nice.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty.
Yeah, not guilty. Oh yeah.
Honestly, there was a bit there that I wasn't sure we were gonna do it.
That is
Same,
all.
I thought we was gonna die.
This court is adjourned.
We
did it.
Did it. We did it. We did it. Oh, yeah.
February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. That took 3 hours.
Right.
I believe that was the last time we clocked in. It was like 6 or 2 something.
Uh-huh.
At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it! Just now, after the trial ended, I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
She didn't thank her sister!
Oh yeah.
You've
so
suffered
sad.
every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well.
But I didn't get no thanks. Okay, no.
You know, I did my best too. But
Aww.
Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Hey! Did I miss anything? Whoa! I had a long nap. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pal. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I guess I am. Bobby. I'll just yeet. I'll come back later. Peace. Come shoot out.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty. And on top of it, you called me here. Even though I lost my job, I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. Game today because of you, pal.
Me?
Yeah, you guys. That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Finn the
Lana! Lana!
Oh god, shouldn't you be?
dog.
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
No, I'm not a detective anymore. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Don't worry.
For his custody.
Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. I am about to have a monologue with myself. I can't wait for this heartfelt moment. That day, 2 years ago. Huh? was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis, I cannot say anything else. I'm such a fool.
Because the dialogue box wouldn't let me.
It took me all of this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis? I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. Emma. Aww.
We're just crying in the background.
I
know. Crying in the club.
No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path.
Amen.
It is from there that we can move toward a brighter future.
Thank you for getting all philosophical on us there, Nick.
Need to, like, frame that picture. That's
At least that's
adorable.
what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
Oh.
Mr. Right, Mr. Gumshoe.
Yeah. Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Are you just like lurking in the background, man?
Like a ghost.
He's literally
Edward.
in the corner, like eavesdropping and like looking over, like
Like I imagine
we
him
can
like
try.
hiding behind a pillar, like
yes,
peeking out every once in a while.
yes. He's like,
Not even like a person-sized pillar. It's like
No.
a really skinny pole.
yeah.
And like literally you can
He's
see
behind
like,
the fern.
hmm
most of him.
You
He
see
just
the
keeps
fern
looking over and
behind-
hoping that someone notices.
Yep.
Stop
I'm
hiding
telling you, he's behind the fern.
and come over here.
Mm.
You look nice and happy.
Mm.
Where is he hiding?
Fern. I just came to say, congratulations. See, I had to get my musical number in. I just had to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you, Mr.
welcome.
Edgeworth.
Right. Well, small child and not small child. I'll be going now. Bye.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you
Gotta
don't
go.
blame yourself for what has happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
Yeah, but what about all the other times he's been corrupt?
Yeah.
It's too late for me. I'm edgy. I'm edgy. I'm sorry. It's what I've always been. No matter what anyone may say. I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm pretty sure we just proved in this trial that you can, but whatever.
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me are the same.
Nani.
One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. Are you helping me read, honey? Thank you. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well, what if he doesn't go it alone? Huh?
Right.
What about that?
What
Riddle
if I
me that,
have
Batman.
my peeps? I do despise criminals. I planned to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now.
But Edgeworth. Who knows? Given... Oh, not me. I got too excited.
Oh. It's okay, honey. I get excited around you all the time. I mean, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. Please disregard my last comment, okay? That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't
Get
you
my arm
understand?
out of your mouth. Sorry.
Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake.
Not being Bishonen?
You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about. Oh, shit.
Why?
What?
Evidence, huh?
Y'all are confusing me.
Oh, I know what it is. Never mind. It's the evidence list, because remember, he had half of it, and we had the other half.
Oh. And when we put our halves together, they make a heart. Oh. I mean, it's not a locket.
That's the picture I drew.
Our counterattack was the other 6. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able. Wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture.
That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh God, what is this? My heart, feelings, emotions. I don't like it. Okay, it's time for me to go. Bye.
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you'll excuse me, I'm having an episode of elation. I need some time to myself. There are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Edgeworth, what will you do now? Ow.
The same thing I always do whenever I win a trial. I'm going to Disney World.
I was going to say curl up in a ball and cry, but you know.
Trying to take over the world. Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened to what you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. Sorry, when I first read that, it didn't make any sense.
Same, actually.
In the end, it's up to you.
I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too. Wow, I said thank you. Wow. Okay, right. But what I face now is my problem.
That's worth. I'll be waiting for you in court.
For a crime I didn't commit, but that's what you meant, right? Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. Farewell.
For like the 8th time now.
I just like being around you guys, okay? I just don't want to admit it. Okay, bye.
I'd better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to finish it. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation? It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will.
I love how infantile they look.
And so another case came to close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun.
Well, yeah, they're really young.
And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself.
Well, don't go trekking up just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
Okay, I admit I saw myself in your little flashback and I got very excited. There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But
I thought you said it was okay.
I lied! Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Yeah, basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak around for 30 minutes. Even though I have no money, but believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh?
way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Right here's the one who'll be footing the bill. Yeah.
Huh?
What? You think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. It got slashed like 5 times. And now I'm fired.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Oh, they're muted.
Uh-oh. I guess I'll take
Oh,
over.
my bad.
You're good.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all just pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Objection. Excuse the fuck out of me.
And we've done it.
Yay!
All right. So a little bit of housekeeping. Oh, never mind. We're gonna have scenarios.
Oh.
I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
Aw.
Oh.
As a convicted criminal.
Yeah, it's fine.
Shh, we're not gonna tell that part.
Yeah, details. We're gonna talk more? Can I talk? Nope, we're gonna talk more.
Wow, yikes. I thought I was a goner for a moment. They overlooked my unauthorized investigation. Oh my god, this is fast. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show now you can't shake me off that easily.
Do you want me to read them? I think I get a little bit more time than you guys do.
Probably. I love how they just throw that powder.
The fingerprinting
on
powder?
the credits. Yes. On the credits.
Oh, Meekins. My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them, though. Someday I'm going to make detective. Oh, honey. Yes, sir.
No.
Then I can be just like that Dick Gumshoe. Oh,
No.
honey.
I feel bad for him. Who's gonna tell him?
I know. Oh, we're not telling him. That poor man. I feel like Meekins has gone through enough, but I also feel like he should have stopped now.
Yeah.
It's the Blue Badger.
Oh.
Also, his legs are
Sweet.
like half the length of his arms,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it.
They're like ovals.
Oh
It died.
Next case is who killed the Blue Badger.
no!
Called it.
The poor Blue Badger.
He's dead. I'm so sorry, guys. He died as he lived.
What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this into me. She's seen one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? I'm glad he's worried about Billy.
Wow. Yeah. Billy deserves all the water.
Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu, the Right Way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig
my god.
the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
What?
Why do you want your lunch to be
How-
bitter?
Right. What she put in it is what I want to know.
I don't trust her.
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he
God.
said he's been doing something or other for, how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be... Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go.
That I worry about that man. I really do.
And just think,
I worry
he's
a
the
lot
one
about
that, determines whether you're guilty or not.
I'm really terrified of that. It's okay, Judge Santa Claus. We'll do our best.
Maya! Ah! Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin. Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
Oh
I
my
miss
God.
you. I love
She
you.
is so cute. She is so cute. She is so cute.
It's nice seeing her again. I miss her.
I missed her too. She's so adorable.
I love Emma, don't get me wrong, but Maya.
Maya's equally as adorable.
Mr. Edgeworth. Mr.
Yes.
Edgeworth?
Yes.
I brought you
queen.
your tea. Huh? What's going on?
That is resignation letter. Oh god.
We will find out what that letter is later. Not in this credits, but in the next game we'll find out what it is.
Oof.
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Investigation for dummies. It does say PO.
It does say PO.
I was right. I was right. Oh my god, babies. I saw the picture.
Oh, they're so
She's
cute.
like,
That's
oh,
precious.
oh my god.
So damn
That
cute.
needs to be framed.
They're adorable.
on a pet. That's so cute.
All right. Well, we finished Rise from the Ashes. It was a struggle, but we did it. All right, so now
We
I'll
worked
go
so
ahead.
hard.
We really did. Oh my god. It's the first time we've ever lost a trial.
Yeah.
We just got really
Yeah.
close that one time, which I think was still in this case.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
let me see. All right. So, next time, we're going to skip next stream. So that's going to be Tuesday because today's Thursday. We're just going to have a little bit of time between this one and the start of the next game. But we'll be back with Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Next game's called Justice for All. And just as a heads up so that you guys know, we're still shuffling around roles a little bit. Because I think we had fun with this.
Mm.
It was kind of fun to get to do different things. So when we come back on Thursday, we will be in somewhat new roles. It's a tutorial case, so don't be expecting anything big, but we should finish it. So if you're really waiting to get into the meat of the stuff, come back the Tuesday after, and we'll get into our next big case. I think that's all we've got. Be safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. It's flu shot season. Please go get your flu shot. And
Yep. Do it.
we will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good
Yeah.
night. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Don't do crimes. Good night.
Don't do drugs. It's all good. Bye.